Kia ora, my name's Heather McQuillan and this is my book Avis and the Promise of Dragons, and it's just been selected as a Storylines Notable Books for 2020. I'm going to start reading to you from a passage where Avis, who has accepted a job as a pet sitter, discovers for the first time what she's actually going to be looking after. And she's led out into a backyard where there's a large tunnel house and there's wires and security doors all around. Avis stood back, looking at all of the security features. Ordinary animals would not need this level of security. Her heart started to pound a little harder. Melinda beckoned to her, and when Avis had stepped through the door into the shed, it swung shut with a loud clank behind her. There was a desk and a wooden chair, and on the opposite wall, another security door to let them into the tunnel house. On the wall hung a couple of white papery suits. Melinda handed one to Avis to put on over her clothes and showed her how to tuck all of her hair inside a paper hat. Then they put little paper covers over their shoes. Melinda punched in a new code and started to open the door into the tunnel house. "Wait," said Avis. "Are you sure this is safe? I mean, my dad wouldn't want me to do anything dangerous. I'm still just a kid." "What?" asked Melinda. Then she laughed. "Oh, do you mean all this security? Oh, this isn't to keep you safe. It's to keep them safe. I can't afford to let a single one of them eat something it shouldn't, or catch a virus, or be set free by some well-meaning but stupid person. I'm the only hope of survival for many of these babies. And now we're adding you into that equation, Avis. But, and this is a very large but, you can't tell anyone what I'm doing here. I haven't exactly got all of the paperwork and proper permits for some of this lot. Do you understand?" Avis's fingertips started to tingle. This was a secret, and Avis loved secrets. In fact, she thought that more people should keep more things secret. All of her life, whenever someone had said, "Can you keep a secret?" she had felt the same tingle as she waited for them to tell her what it was. The only problem was that nobody had ever told her a secret worthy of the tingle. Until now, perhaps. "I can keep secrets," said Avis. "I'm really good at it. But if it's a bad secret, like if someone is going to get hurt, then I won't keep it." "Very wise," said Melinda. "I can only hope that this is the best secret you've ever had to keep." And it does turn out to be a rather fabulous secret, what's in the tunnel house. The atmosphere inside the tunnel house was cooler than the early summer temperatures outside. Avis tasted moisture in the air, fragrant with damp leaves and flowers. The tunnel was filled to the brim with wide-leaved trees, clinging creepers and ferns that opened out to show off their bright green curls. It was like a jungle. Avis breathed in sharply and stopped still. Jungles contain snakes and giant spiders and wild carnivorous beasts. Melinda touched her arm gently. "See, there's one of my babies, right there." She was pointing to a branch at Avis's eyeline. Avis held her breath and stared hard, sure that she was about to see a hairy-legged tarantula or the amber eyes of a striped snake, but she saw only green leaves and brown wood. Melinda made a chittering noise, which was answered by the branch. A tiny, emerald-green head that Avis had thought was part of a leaf turned her way, and black eyes, like the tips of sewing pins, stared at her. The lizard's mouth seemed to stretch around its jaw in an amused smile. It kept its eyes fixed on her while adjusting its grip on the branch, and the baggy skin at its neck moved in and out with a pulse. "A jeweled gecko," said Melinda, pointing out the series of diamond shapes and citrus yellow along its back. "We're pretty certain now that they are close to extinct in the wild. I've got a small colony here." Avis reached out a finger to touch the mottled skin, but the gecko turned and skittered down the branch and out of sight. And not only has Melinda created a sanctuary for lizards, but there are a couple of other creatures that are hidden within the tunnel house. And it takes Avis to discover. Now this book is available from the Cuba Press, and it's available as an ebook which can be sent during this time, or you can order a hard copy which will be posted when it can be. If you might also be interested in creating your own lizard sanctuary in your back garden, and there are notes, links to be able to do that from the Department of Conservation, you can go via my website, heathermcquillanwriter.com. I hope you enjoy Avis and the Promise of Dragons.